in this land. Before an election, politicians does have 20/20 vision, but as they win, plenty things does happen, and before you know it, like sickness does get, they does get cataract, glaucoma, Alzheimer's. They can't remember what they promised you and I during the last campaign. It's election time, so they come with the BS again. Everybody out there know exactly where I'm coming from. They feel they could fool the bad, the good, the smart, and the dumb. But I hear the bad ask question, the good ask question, the smart ask question, and the dumb ask question. But at the end of the day, no answers come in we win. Why some MPs like the brains just go on freeze? We asking questions, we get no answers. Ministers circling like they don't know what they're doing. We asking questions, but we get no answers. They taxing pensioners and bringing tears to the elders. We asking questions, but we get no answers. Back pay for the policemen, you owe them since 2010. We asking questions, we ain't get no answers. But the protesters that said they don't care what this minister say. All they know now is she got to pay. I get on my knees and I ask the government, please cure these politicians from their bad disease.
And it is another Tuesday. That only means one thing. Don't adjust your screen. Don't adjust your, what you call it? Your phone. Because guess what? It is Polotricks. And I am joined by the man who is often, well, most of the time, wrong in the many debates that we continue to have on a weekly basis, and that is, of course, Mr. Earl Levens. Good day, sir.
Good day, Andrew.
Don't be taking the signature move.
I'm happy to be back, bro. You know, we got a lot of work to do. You know, thanks for the carnival break. It was nice. Carnival recap really quick. We have a strong product, so I appreciate all the stakeholders and everybody. You know, it was started out kind of issue-ish, but at least everybody came together, all hands on deck, blue, green, red, yellow, it don't matter. You know, we have one small island, one carnival, and it was so I'm happy about that. Second part is elections in January, Andrew. I'm very pissed off and upset about that because...
You still on that?
Yeah, bro, because that means that they're going to try to get the money campaign, you know? It's a money campaign. No,
we are not strippers.
You know, but is that how they treat us? That's how they're trying to treat us.
That.
Instead of trying to win the support or win the voters based on the work ethic and what they have done, now they're going to try to just buy your votes. They're going to run a campaign through Christmas, which is the worst time to actually run campaign.
That's the only time you're allowed to give a gift.
You understand?
Besides your birthday.
No, it's strategic, you know, so that way they could actually vote buy without actually being accused of vote buying. And that turned my soul. That turned my soul. Because I thought that we were rooting for the November, like I thought they were rooting for the November. Then I started to talk about, yeah, make sure you have something to run on. And then all of a sudden they just want to buy the people and vote because that works. That still works, you know what I'm saying? And but
we're gonna have a red Christmas tree. We have a green Christmas tree. We gonna have a blue Christmas tree.
So, bro, if
it's gonna be everywhere. And underneath the Christmas tree, you're gonna have some nice gift wraps.
And then at the end of the
color.
day, and all I'm gonna tell my Samaritan people, and at the end of the day, when you take the money, still vote your conscience. Still vote for somebody who deserves to go in there because we have a lot of issues to talk about per se. Let me jump straight into it because we don't have competent people. All right, the Dutch is harassing, and I have to say it's harassment because when you look at it, Andrew Dick, in the past 10 years, we had maybe what, eight politicians investigated, brought on the investigation. How much of them locked up? Politicians don't go to jail. How much of them prosecuted and locked up, Andrew Dick?
The Point Blank prison full.
Well, they just transfer some people. We got space now. Don't start with me, Andrew. I up to date. You just don't try me. Don't try me, Andrew. I up to date. I the most current person you would ever meet, Andrew Dick. No, seriously. That last week news you talking about. I talking about today news. Last week price in, today price, Andrew Dick. You should know that. You know what I'm saying? You should know that. We got space, Andrew Dick. So that means Theo got to go back up in there. Because Theo was in there already.
But Theo appealed, remember? He
appealed. That will get him out, or he was sick that get him out. Talk to me.
He was sick, then
that will get him out.
Yes.
So not the appeal, because he was in there already.
Yes, that's correct.
So that means we got space now, he got to go back in there. I got to ask these questions because nobody else cares to ask these questions, Andrew Dick. I got to know. You laughing. This is a serious week, Andrew. You're laughing at me. I just read back again. You're laughing at me, Andrew. We ain't doing that, eh? But anyway, so then, yes, the Dutch prosecutors, I don't understand what's going on because you harassing the people, them, you accusing the MPs, them, you accusing the ministers, them, you bringing charges against them?
Earl.
Are you prosecuting them?
Earl,
are you locking them up for the crimes again?
Do not bat for these politicians because I can tell you,
I'm not batting
they ain't gonna bat for you.
They don't got to bat for
me.
And
at the end of the day, I
don't nobody batting for me. I bat for myself.
At the end of the day, if you are in the seat and you do the things that they say you do, your ass supposed to be in prison.
So what's going on? So okay, so great. I agree with that. All the St. Martiners, we agree with that, right? All of us, you elected official, they want to do corruption. The Dutch call them out, prosecuted them, call them out, go on and find stuff that they are corrupted. Lock them up. That's the point. So if they corrupted, how are they still running around free, Andrew? Talk to me.
Because the prison full.
Yesterday's price is not today's price, Andrew Dick. That was yesterday news. Today, there is space. They made a transfer. Today got space in the prison, brother. That's why I'm talking like the way I'm talking. So what, Theo, you're going in there? What, talk to me, Theo? You understand? You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared of none of them, but I'm saying if the prosecutor doing their job, instead of acting or pretending or trying to show malice and destroy people's character, that's what they're good at. They're trying to intimidate and show people character because we don't have no elected official that understands their job function.
You know?
Perfect example. We are a country within the Netherlands. We have equal rights with the Netherlands.
No, we don't.
Oh, we don't.
It just looks like that.
No, we do. I have the. Okay, let me begin, Andrew. Thank you very much. So, back in July 4, 2022, Pro Swat Legal Foundation. I did a good study with Pro Swat Legal Foundation this weekend because I needed to understand exactly what our kingdom charter states, what the Dutch is saying, and what reality is. What reality is. So on July 4, 2022, Pro Swat Legal asked the Dutch which one was it? I think the secretary, they asked the state secretary two questions. So question one, can the state secretary confirm that because the right to self-determination is also a just coexistence perimetry norm that it prevails over the coho, and that there is no lawful way to circumvent or derogate from the preemptive norm? The answer, she said, as the Kingdom of the Netherlands has stated it in its writing statement of 17 April 2009 in the International Court of Justice Advisory Opinion Procedures, according with international law of Unilateral Declaration of Independence in respect to Kosovo, paragraph 3.2. I'm going to read all of that for you. Don't watch that thing. And in its written statement of 27 February 2018, we was done free anonymous from 2010. So this is 2018, now they're coming with it. In the International Court of Justice Advisory Opinion Procedures, Legal Consequences of the Separation of Cargo's Archipelago from Mauritius in 1965, paragraph 2.5, the right of self-determination of peoples is a permanent, continuing, universal, and inalienable right with a preemptory character. In case of a conflict between a rule of international law with a preemptory character and national legislation, international law takes precedence over such national legislation. But this is the catch now. The Dutch is saying, the Kingdom of the Netherlands, however, considers that the Coho is in accordance with the right of self-determination of peoples, therefore the issue of precedence does not arise.
If you do the crime, you do the time.
I agree with all of that.
And the Coho didn't even continue.
Let me get to the Kingdom Charter though. Kingdom Charter now. So the Kingdom Charter, all right. The Netherlands, Antilles, and Aruba noted that in 1954, the Netherlands, Suriname, and in 2010, the Netherlands, Antilles expressed freely their will to establish a new constitutional order in the Kingdom of the Netherlands, in which they will conduct their internal interests autonomously and their common interests on a basis of equality, and will accord each other assistance and resolve in consultation to adopt the charter for the kingdom, noting that the ties with Suriname under the charter were terminated as of 25th November 1975 by the means of amendment by the Charter by Kingdom Act of 27 November 1975, Bulletin of Acts Decrees number 1617, Official Bulletin of the Netherlands Antilles number 233, concerning that Aruba has expressed freely its will to accept the aforesaid constitutional order as a country, have resolved in constitution to adopt the Charter of the Kingdom as others. All right, I'm going to just skim through some articles because you have to read it for yourself, say Martin. Reading is fundamental, and I don't do that. All the MPs, them don't do that. All the parliamentarians don't do that. Me understand if they understand their role and the responsibility to the country, say Martin, because I can't understand.
Earl just basically said that Curaçao, Sabre Station, St. Martin, we still belong to the Dutch. Aruba and Suriname were able to come out of the situation beforehand, and the charter that we have kind of don't exist anymore, but we still are.
Which one is it?
We still are under it.
Which one is it?
Because
kinda don't, you said that. Kinda don't. Which one? It can be kinda and it can be don't. Because if it don't exist, it kinda can exist.
Yeah.
So which one is it?
Because
you sound like the politician, Andrew. Come on.
Because we agreed to a bunch of mutual agreements. The Coho basically was changed to mutual agreements.
Because we have to remind them. We have to remind them that
we have some type of.
Bro, we are equal. Excuse me, sir. We are equal. We're
not equal.
We are, but we need leadership that understands that we are equal and demands equality, because that's all it takes. With the laws, the laws back them up. Okay. Article 2.2. The king shall be represented by the governor in the Netherlands, Antilles, and Aruba. The powers, duties, and responsibility of the governor as representative of the governor of the kingdom shall be determined by Kingdom Act, or as the case may be, in order of council for kingdom. So, okay. So we're equal in the kingdom. Yet the kingdom says they're gonna have governor supervise us.
You're right.
All right.
It's the biggest.
All right. Right. I mean. No.
Yeah.
Tell me when I'm wrong. That's why I like that people tell me when I'm wrong.
You know.
Let me finish up. So Article 4. Royal power and kingdom affairs shall be exercised by the king as the head of the kingdom. Legislative power in the kingdom shall be affairs, legislative bodies of the kingdom. Article 6. Kingdom affairs. I'm going to skip through the ones and just give you the ones that describe how we're supposed to work with each other. They're going to start with the king. You know what I'm saying? Because, of course, we are hierarchy with the king. Article 6 is the kingdom affairs shall be conducted in cooperation by the Netherlands, Antilles, and Aruba in accordance with the following provisions. Okay, so Article 6 gives us the kingdom affairs shall be conducted in cooperation. Then you say leadership by the Netherlands, you say cooperation. By the Netherlands, Antilles, and Aruba in accordance with the following provisions. Wherever possible, the organs of the country shall participate in the conduct of these affairs. Article 11. Proposals for the amendment, I'm going to skip through, I tell you, of the Constitution containing provisions relating to the kingdom affairs shall affect the Netherlands, Antilles, and Aruba. The defense of the Netherlands, Antilles, Aruba territory, that's the Netherlands. Foreign relations shall be deemed to affect the Netherlands, Antilles, and Aruba whenever the particular, okay, that's foreign affairs. Determination of the contribution to the expenses referred to the Article 35 shall be deemed affected. Proposals for nationalization shall be deemed, okay? So I'm just showing you, they're going to, okay, 12.
So you're gonna say you're not gonna read it, but you read it still? Which
No,
one it
no,
is,
I said
sir?
I'm just touching some bases
Okay.
because it's a whole heap of contradiction, but we don't have no knowledgeable parliamentarians that understand their role. We are equal partners in the country, and I'm tired of them treating us like step-children because we don't have no decent representation, say, Martin. That's the problem. They don't know what they're supposed to do, they don't know their powers, and they don't understand because, let me get to this. Article 12. If the minister plenipotentiary of either the Netherlands, Antilles, or Aruba indicating his reasons for expecting that a proposed instrument containing general binding rules would be seriously detrimental to his country, has declared that this country could not be bound by such an instrument, the instrument may not be adopted in such a way as to apply to the country concerned unless such a course would be inconsistent with the country ties with the kingdom. So how Coho get on us? It just said right here, if we disagree with anything.
Coho didn't get on us. That's why I'm saying that the Coho was thrown out.
Okay then.
And instead of the Coho, we get mutual agreements. That is the new word. So Coho is out of the door, and we now have mutual agreements. The mutual agreements is what we agree to, and we basically have a seat at the table without having a seat at the table because we can always appeal something that they're trying to shove down our throat. However, Holland have the last word.
No, that's what I'm saying. We in order for us to put, okay. I'm going to skip a lot of things. Article 44. Any country ordinance amend the constitution with regards to articles related to fundamental human rights and freedoms, provisions related to the powers of the governor, articles related to the powers of the representative assemblies of the countries, articles relating to the administration of justice shall be submitted to the government of the kingdom. Such country ordinance shall not enter into effect until the government of the kingdom has signified its agreement.
That's a good point. And this is why, I have to agree.
So how are we equal partners and we can't change our own laws that benefit us in our territory unless...
We can, if majority of parliament decide. But these pussycats...
Okay then, now you have to understand why this is very important. You shouldn't, selling your vote, St. Martin, is a seller to our country right now because we need competent people. I'm going to be singing the same song every Tuesday from now on because we need competent people who understands that. I just had to explain Andrew Dick. And now Andrew Dick is saying, what? We need competent people who are not these who understands we are sitting as partners, not no yes sir master. Them days over, bro. I'm not them days over, bro. I might postulate myself. Do I need to postulate myself on a list? We need serious people who understand what's going on there. I'm not going to do that, Andrew. I'm just asking the people them. Maybe the people them might say, yeah, they might give me a vote. Them, you know what I'm saying?
No, Earl, don't do that.
I'm not. I'm just,
Okay.
that was a joke. You know I don't care about that.
Yes.
But because I was straight up gone to the king, tell the king what I king. Let me get a minute of your time there, king. You know what I'm talking about? I represent St. Martin. Let me talk to you real quick. This stuff you're doing to us.
You have to bow first.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
At the balls first. Me know about all of that.
I telling you, that's how you're gonna get to go to the king.
You understand? I'm gonna have to email him then.
Yeah, send him an email. Now, listen, I think that I understand what you're saying, and I understand your
Do you
point.
really? Because in the international court, when the Dutch go and say one thing to them, kunumunus, I gotta call them kunumunus, bro. Them fools. The Dutch are gonna say one thing to them, and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
Okay,
and
but let me make a point. Let me make my point. My point is that if the parliament doesn't take a stand, and I'm talking about majority of the parliament, not just the 8, if all members, at least 90% of the members of parliament decide that they want to make a change to the constitution, they can do that. But over the years,
what you just said there?
if they want to make a change to the constitution, at least 90%, they can do that.
How much of the Samoan population did you know that? How much of the parliamentarians did you know that? Self?
Yeah, well, they know. It's just that they're afraid. And that's the thing. That's what it comes down to. You see, what happened is...
Preach, Andrew, preach. This is what we Polotricks on Tuesdays for. Preach, Andrew. Talk to me.
Only when things get bad for them personally, or it touches somebody close to them, or it happens to something that involves them, is when they want to swing into action.
We are reactive, too much reactive, never too much
start
proactive.
some type of initiative or do something about it. why it is that up to this day, after so many politicians have been harassed, so much
All right
politicians
then.
have been
That's
arrested,
the proper word.
so much,
Not prosecuted,
so
not
much-
jailed. They must, yo, I think the Dutch run a scheme, cause impossible, no, but all them people they got, they holding lock up, none of them gone jail,
point blank full, it's full. So what I'm saying is,
I don't know.
if you continue to allow these people, because you think this could happen in any other country just like that. Listen, I'm talking about the other countries where elected officials are not, let me not say untouchable, but you think you could just go into a parliamentarian or a senator's house just like that without having proper evidence and proper procedures done prior to, and then go and do all kind of craziness before actually having a valid reason? Because just me going to the police station, making a statement, gives the prosecutor enough power for them to go after somebody who is an elected member of this country. So we don't hold nobody in no high regard. Don't get me wrong. If you do something wrong, you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to get paid for it. You have to pay for it later on. But while you're in office, give me that respect. Don't treat me like everybody else. I don't like it. I never liked it. As much as the politicians scared to touch that legislation or that change of legislation, that penal code and everything like that. They don't want to change it because they don't want to seem or give the illusion to the Dutch that they're trying to, save themselves just in case they get
But
in
we are
trouble.
autonomous country in the kingdom. We are equal partners. We can do that. You can save yourself, say, man. You can save yourself from the harassment, say, man. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You got more power than you actually know or believe. Talk about power. You got more power than you actually know or believe. But you have to be educated. You have to understand it. You have to start to read. Bro, you got to start to read these things are right here for you. February 20th. So let's continue, man. According to the king, this is what the Netherlands, okay, the UN called the Netherlands and tell them, yo, listen, we need to hear from I got the higher human rights. Because they're the worst when it comes, they want the worst when it comes to human rights. I think it's a joke. The Netherlands, the Dutch people, they're kind of the worst when it comes to the human rights. The UN had to ask them, yo, we need to hear from you. On record, this is what they said. 27th of February 2018. Talk to me. 8 years after we done gone 10, after we anonymous. Talk to me. Okay? St. Martin. Okay? St. Martin. Polotricks time, Tuesday. 1.5. According to the Kingdom of the Netherlands, the right of self-determination of peoples is not exhausted by a one-off exercise, but a permanent, continuing, universal, inalienable right with a preemptory character. However, there are essential differences between the colonial and post-colonial context in regard of the entitlement of peoples to the particular implementation of this right. In accordance with the international law, yeah, got talking international law, according to the international law now, yes, of the Unilateral Declaration of Independence by the Provisional Institution of Self-Government of Kosovo, the Kingdom of the Netherlands has expressed its views in regards of a number of aspects related to the implementation of the right of self-determination in the post-colonial context. In this submission, the Kingdom of the Netherlands expresses its views in respect of the subject legal status, implementation, and exercise of the right to self-determination in the colonial context, with particular attention to the transition from the implementation of the right of self-determination in the colonial context to the implementation of and exercise of the right of self-determination in the post-colonial context, which means that, back then, because, listen, when slavery was abolished in America, Abraham Lincoln had to go to war. Abraham Lincoln had to go to war. He telling people, let me free the slaves. They say, no. He said, free the slaves are coming for you. He said, welcome. And he went. Or else there was no slavery.
Let me say it even better. Why that is a bunch of hogwash, what you just read, is because
they were at the international court, so they had to talk sweet. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that even though that was their answer, understand that the Dutch don't play checkers; they play chess.
Because they could play chess with them who we got there.
And the reason
they can't play with the UN though.
Yeah, they can't play, but
so
they still play us because look, we just lose Oyster Pond. We just lose Oyster Pond and we had nothing to do with it. This is France and Holland talking to each other, and they just was like, okay, so okay, these monkeys gonna get there. Okay, then be giving me a little piece there. Okay, just give me a piece of water there. Okay, then I'll give you I gonna make.
So,
okay, you can make a street there.
I said, I'm saying all of this to say this, St. Martin. I am seeing a pattern where the Dutch don't really have our best interests at heart.
They do. We are strategic. We play strategically, and we just get a Dutch CFO at the airport partner.
That's the fourth one.
Good.
That's the fourth one in 4 years.
The fifth, I think.
But we can force that with competent members of parliament who understands their power, not abuse of it, not you elect parliamentarians that want to go to ministerships to abuse their power, give friends and family benefits, run contracts, run. We need competent people because this is a parliament election, St. Martin. We need to elect competent parliamentarians to go in there and stand up for.
We are one. Stop it. We are one.
What better than the last slogan? What the last slogan they had here? We're laughing for Andrew Dick. This is a serious episode.
The National Alliance slogan for this election, people, is "We are one."
But it's better than the last one they had. What was the last one they had, Andrew?
We accomplish.
Okay then. So talk to the people then. Let them know. Understand?
We accomplish.
So it's better than the last one they had.
So now they're one. I
right.
don't know who comes up with these slogans, but you know what? It's election season, and of course the gimmicks will begin. The names, the flashiness, it begins, and there are a bunch of new candidates that are coming online. So I have to say, before Earl gives you the whole lecture of, coming in my country and trying to see if you can run this place. Congratulations for stepping up to the plate and actually thinking that you can make a difference. Hopefully you can. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't.
All I'm saying, Simon, is I'm going to say the same thing that I've been saying. It's a serious election because I can see things now. I'm a lot more aware, a lot more educated.
Clearly now.
Carnival is gone. Saying the truth. And I think we are equal partners in the kingdom, St. Martin. You understand what that means? When you have an equal rights, equal relationship, but we don't exercise such. We have allowed them to overpower us, overshadow us, outthink us, out-execution us, and we are partners in the kingdom. We have a say. We have a plenipotentiary person in there that one.
You keep on saying the damn word wrong. It pisses me off. Plenipotentiary.
Well, you should have corrected me the first time, Andrew.
Yeah, because I thought like nobody catch it, but then you say it again. I'm like,
Because I
plenipotentiary.
What?
Plenipotentiary.
Plenipotentiary. Thank you so much for the correction, Andrew.
No
I don't like to be wrong. I can stand corrected easy. So if I'm wrong, please correct me, Andrew. Don't let me. I appreciate that.
I got you. There's another thing, Earl, that I've noticed with new candidates speaking on radio and on television and on social media. And I think it's important that we give them some tips from now as to how to answer questions. So
you want to tip them off?
Yes, because that's what Polotricks is here for. They need to learn the Polotricks. They need to learn it, Earl. Catch me? All right, so I want you to be the host, and I'm going to be the aspiring politician. And I want you to ask me a question.
You kidding me? Andrew, I don't want to show them I don't want to show them on the level because I want them come first.
No, but they need to come prepared if they come to Polotricks. So I need you to ask.
They scared away.
Ask one question. Ask me one question, and I'll give you an example of some of the answers that I'm hearing.
All right, cool. I got a question for you.
All right, go.
How have you contributed voluntarily to the country? How have you given back to the country that makes you think that you're fit to become to take up one of the highest positions in our country?
Thank you for your question, Earl, and it's a real pleasure for me to be here on this lovely program. I've always looked at the program from a long time, and I admire the work that you continue to do as in informing the people of St. Martin.
But sir, it's a specific. Did you know? Andrew, you know me? It's a specific. I don't let them sidetrack me. They can't They can't sidestep me, dog.
I can't even finish, man.
But I read that. This is me. I'm sorry, sir, but I appreciate you for coming. But what have you done? The question was not your background. I asked you about your background, Andrew. I asked you. The question was specific to what have you done? This is what I'm saying. You're gonna. We're never get nobody coming out. That way you just do. You just you just confirm to them that they can't come here because they can't come here. They can't deal with me.
Okay, well, ask the question. Okay.
What
No.
have you contributed voluntarily to the country that makes you think you fit to assume the highest position in my country, bro? That's the question.
Thank you very much, Earl. I think that it's important that we take a commercial break and we come back. And when we come back, I'll give you the answer that you're looking for because the people need to know and they need to vote.
Oh,
Because your
man.
vote matters. So when we come back, I will give you that answer. And thank you so much, Earl, for always giving me the questions.
Love,
we'll be right back with Polotricks.
It's time SXM presents a grand fundraising raffle taking place on Sunday, May 28th. The grand fundraising raffle. Get your tickets now for only $10. The first prize is a 55-inch smart TV. Second prize, a hotel weekend stay. Third prize, a Samsung phone. And the fourth prize, a 100 Gilda shopping voucher courtesy of Carrefour. It's going down on Sunday, May 28th. The fundraising raffle. Tickets available for only $10. Proceeds will go towards a back-to-school program.
Purchase your tickets at Creative Juices or from any of the members. Call 556-5181 or 523-8272.
It's time SXM.
At SXM, we're taking travel and tourism to new heights. Here we boast spacious check-in areas, 10 passport control points, comfortable departure lounges, and finally, there's an airport in the Caribbean that takes your travel plans as seriously as you do. Princess Juliana International Airport.
Now, welcome back to what we call Polotricks. And of course, the program continues where I was just about to answer Earl, who asked me about the importance of my contribution to St. Martin. I think, Earl, let me first start that I'll start by saying that I was a baby. After being a baby, I then became a toddler. After a toddler, I then became a teenager.
I can't with you, Andrew.
And after a teenager, I became a young adult.
Not can't with you, Andrew. I can't
And
with you.
after that, I started to volunteer for several social clubs.
You know the names, them? You remember the names, them? Or
Several of them.
you know the names? Any individual
Several
names?
of the
You know what you
social
contributed to them?
clubs.
How you did what you
I
contributed to them?
contributed by volunteering, Earl.
To do what exactly? You paint a house, paint a yard, build a fence, like what? Cut grass, mentor a child, pick up children, drop them off. Like what exactly have you done? Exactly.
I've done mentorship
With who?
with the different
Yourself?
the K1
Britannia?
yeah, Britannia.
Or the K1, the dog them? Which one is? You talking to the dogs them or you talking to the children them? Which K1 you on? I'm trying to make sure I understand what you're saying, sir. I'm sorry. You just all over the place. I'm just trying to make sure I understand you clearly.
I volunteered after school projects.
After school now?
After school also.
With the children them?
I went with many.
You was involved with the children them?
With all the children. I contributed.
All of them?
No, I contributed to the success of
Yeah?
St. Martin now.
Wow.
So to answer your question,
Bye, Andrew. If they come in like that, we got a brawl. We really, St. Martin, we really got a problem then if that's the case, boy.
ask me what legislation I'm going to introduce. Ask me, please.
Oh gosh. And so yeah, what kind of legislation would you be introducing to the country? Anything that you saw that needs tackling right away, or anything that you're going to enter because it's a parliamentary election, right? So you're going to become a parliamentarian legislator. Anything that you see needs immediate attention, that grabs your attention, that immediately you can walk in there and address immediately.
You know, thank you, Earl, for that question. I think legislation. What? Don't laugh. Thank you, Earl, for that question. I think that legislation is important for the fabric of St. Martin. Because it begins with legislation, Earl.
God.
No, Earl, follow me. Understand that legislation begins in Parliament. And then after legislation begins in Parliament, the Council of Ministers then has to execute. So if you don't begin at Parliament with the legislation that you come up with.
Oh, you don't say. You don't say.
Then the Council of Ministers wouldn't be able to execute. So understand, Earl, that legislation is key. Legislation is where it begins. And if people vote for me,
Oh my God!
I would be able to come with competent legislation.
Andrew, we really really was off than I thought. By this is wow. This is very, very eye-opening, boy. Whoa. No wonder the Dutch run around us like joke. No wonder the Dutch take us for puppy shows, have never treated us like equals since we've been equal since 2010. No wonder. Try to force Coho down we throat.
I gonna finish the hospital. If I get elected, I gonna finish the hospital.
Boy. No wonder.
If I get elected, I gonna finish the roads.
And now on the 5th CFO at the hospital. Okay, St. Martin. You know, the people that well, not too much, but the people have been talking about where the money gone from the airport. You know what a CFO is?
Chief Financial Officer.
Say it one more time.
Chief Financial Officer.
And who has assumed that position for the past how long? The Dutch. So where the money gone? Ask the Dutch. What's the hold up on the airport? Ask the Dutch. Talk to me. Ask the Dutch. Because they are the ones responsible. Since 2020, Princess Juliana International Airport has appointed 4 Dutch chief financial officers. 4.
Earl, they come, they see, and they're like, nay. Whoop, nope. That's basically what they were going on. They come, they see the books, and they're like, oh.
Yeah, but I would not
going to jail for nobody.
No. But I would say patience. If it wasn't happening in what in Schiphol too.
Yeah.
I would say patient if it was. So I say maybe it's our climate, maybe they're not accustomed to our language, our culture, maybe it is we. But then they happening in Schiphol the same way. In Schiphol is their airport. So how are they qualified to manage our airport or do us? And they can't even run their own airport, St. Martin. Because they've been bullying us, they've been walking us over the head, forcing conditions and terms down our throat. We've been signing off like some idiots because we don't really understand that we are equal to them. We can question them. We can ask them for better. We can tell them, no, stop. And this is why it's very important, St. Martin. We have to elect competent representatives.
You are this competent
We got to become.
Because I don't understand how you believe in Alice in Wonderland.
No, I don't believe in Alice in Wonderland. I believe that because they have run the campaign to buy the votes, that's what they have. But I believe that there are people out there that can't afford to buy votes, but they will be the change. So take their money, St. Martin. Yeah, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to tell you straight up, take the money, yes. But when you get in there, do the right thing. That's all I'm going to keep saying. Take their money. I'm going to tell you, take the money. Money is important. And the way they set up the country, I see why they set up the country like that, because they could keep Ohio just the way they got Ohio. And It's heartbreaking to see how much mothers is going to sacrifice their integrity, how much mothers is going to sacrifice their character just to make sure that their kids have Christmas. That's what our officials has turned us to try to make us, bruh,
Beggars.
in our own country. And they're supposed to serve us or give us opportunities to level up, increase minimum, like they're supposed to help the situation of the country become better, not beggars, not worse. They're not supposed to keep us in a slavery mentality. Not supposed to keep our minimum wage or a cost of our living. And bruh, can't afford renting dollars, paycheck in guild. Like, we need competent people to really address these situations. They're not trying to change nothing because they like it this way. And this election in January confirmed it. And I'm so disappointed in the government. I'm so disappointed in the government for trying to make our people into beggars, trying to buy my people, buy their votes, because you know you can do it. Because you know you can do it. That's why you're going to try to do it. I expected better from IU.
Merry Christmas.
I expected better from IU, man. IU was talking about November. IU was talking about November because you didn't want to do this to the people. And then,
And a Happy New Year.
so right now I'm going to say something that I never thought I was going to be able to ever say.
What was that?
I really and truly hope that Grisha Heiliger Martin get through with putting the barcodes on the voting ballots. I support that drive. Yeah, Andrew. I never thought I would ever support nothing she was doing in history of my career, but here I am today because that's the rights, and she's on the rights, and I would hope and pray that she get the support, she get the support to put them barcodes on them voter cards so that we could at least try to combat this setup that the government trying to set us up for.
I just don't understand why you would encourage that type of craziness just a few months before we have elections.
Because we want a fair election. I want a fair election, bro.
Yeah, okay, so
I don't want nobody to...
Is this a new election, Earl? This is the first time we have elections in St. Martin?
But we
didn't know about this phenomenon for a long time.
We got to do better.
Is there proof
We got to do better.
vote buying?
Yes, there's proof.
Where? Show me the proof.
Akeem Arundel is the proof.
Not
I keep
because
telling you all that.
they-
Akeem Arundel is the proof.
You cannot say that without having proof. Akeem Ariel has never faced charges of being voted on with vote buying.
Oh,
Not
my
because
God.
you heard something or somebody down the road told you something or somebody.
And he gonna get his seat again. You heard it here first. He gonna get his seat again. Cause campaign running through election and they ready long time.
And
They ready long
that's
time.
through vote buying. You see what I mean, Earl? I don't like people saying things without being substantiated. I say most of the time because I know. But sometimes I like to mess around.
Man.
But there's
We
certain
need
things that I will
competent-
not allow.
We need competent people in the parliament who have the balls to do the things we need to get the country going, man.
Yeah, I guess that's why Auntie Sarah should win the next elections, right? Because she's competent. You consider her competent, Earl?
I think she's been there too long. And she don't know how to pass the baton, so I don't have nothing to tell Auntie Sarah.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? I got nothing to tell her. I wish her well. You know what I'm
Yo!
saying? And she was gonna get her seat. This is crazy. And this is crazy, bro. And she gonna get her seat still.
Auntie Sarah was asked on radio if she ever gonna pass the baton. Auntie Sarah said, you know, I really don't understand
that terminology.
construct.
I don't.
understand that
When there was mentioned,
term.
I'm like,
Baton, passing the baton. What does that mean?
but you should have seen Grisha Heiliger Martin face when she said that. Okay, good. But St. Martin, all I'm saying is that they lit a fire. They lit a fire under me, bro. When they kept elections in January 24th, because I swear they were talking about not doing it. I saw they had it right. I saw they were like November because because they don't want to go through campaign. And then after I started to talk about make sure you're running on something, and the next thing I hear January, they say, yeah, we can't deal with Earl. You know what I'm saying? We just got to buy them people and just find the people that's going to sell their vote, find the people they're going to try to get above me, get over me, and then, cause they don't train you in that kind of way. They don't broke y'all.
It's Congress season. Of course, different Congresses are almost over. The big Congress that still has to come is the one from the National Alliance next month. United People's Party up to now hasn't come up with a day for their Congress. Very sad. I think maybe there's some trouble in the camp there because up to now, we don't know whether this Congress is going to take place or not. And it has to take place in order for them to take part in the next election unless there's a fire or something happen. And, they could go like, oh, due to circumstances, they can't hold the Congress. But the National Alliance Congress is going to be the more interesting one because that's where we're going to find out whether there is going to be a new leader or they're going to continue the leadership that they have now.
And I'm going to tell some man people one thing. You know what I'm saying? One thing about the National Alliance I respect about them.
We are one.
Their voter base is always there. National Alliance have been.
No, they don't.
Well, listen to me good.
Please.
Listen to me and listen to me good.
Girl.
The National Alliance has been the most consistent big party that we've had.
Can consistently failed us for the past 3.5 years.
Listen, I leave it to the. No, you have always used that on me before. Now I'm going to use it back on you. You understand? I leave it to the voters, them, to decide. One thing I can tell you is that the National Alliance they always have their support. They always have their fan base. They have them. So if you write in the National Alliance off, then you know nothing about Semantic politics. And now that they put it,
Were you just laughing? You didn't finish your sentence.
Because now that they all look like they all commit to vote by in. All of them commit to vote by in now. You understand what I'm saying? The whole list now say that, okay, boy, we got it.
What are you talking about?
Hold on.
Why are you saying that?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Why
are you saying that? Why are you saying that, Earl? Earl.
You think I'm playing. I got to show the people what's going on.
Earl, stop it.
Andrew. Hold on. Not a problem, Andrew. Hold on. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. You understand? We love you. We love you, Andrew. Hold on. Give me my money, though. Hold on, Andrew. Hold on. They look like all of them commit to it. No, man. They look like all of them commit to it, bro, because it's impossible. January 24, we're going to have election, bro. January 24th, eh? You know what money they're going to spend? Boy, listen here,
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
You know what money they're looking to spend now?
We accomplish. Earl, I think that you need to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that St. Martin is going to have a good Christmas and a good...
No, I appreciate that. I'm telling my people, take the money, yes. Don't be the fool. Yeah. Smile with them.
Turkeys, ham, Christmas dinners.
Yes,
it's going to be amazing.
Get it
all.
all.
Amazing.
Save your money. Spend their money. St. Martin, we're going to show them this year. We ain't going to be fooled again. Of course, you want my vote, you want my support, you're going to do for me, yes. And when you get in there, do the right thing. You understand? We're going to have a bunch of candidates that's going to show you that they deserve it, that they are more deserving than these people that got money. Take their money, yes. I ain't going to tell you, I say the same thing. I tell Chanel, I tell the same thing. Take the money, yes, but do the right thing after you take the money, do the right thing.
There is a difference between, when you look at a candidate, do you vote for the candidate who is broke as hell and want to do better, or do you vote for the candidate that is accomplished and has money?
No, we tried that already.
Which one?
We tried putting people who we thought was already happy and only follow the only fatter they been getting. So no, put a skinny man back in there. No. Let me start over this thing here. Yes. So I'm no longer supporting anybody who's in there who's fat in themselves. No, you're rich already. Always been my sentence. You know me, you know I'm gonna say something like this.
Yeah, but if you're
rich already,
but if you're
find something else to do. No, give back. As a certain, you know what? I'm so fighting so hard, so I could reach a status where I could give back. If I was like them, when you reach a certain status in society, you're supposed to just give back charity work. God bless you to a certain level, you just start to give back. But they never satisfied. They never gonna wanna just be like, oh, you know what, God, thank you for this. Like I got a great life and my life good. So let me start to help some other people. Let me better their other people's life. Let me better outside of the family and friends. And they decide chick, the fourth chick, the fifth chick, the ninth chick. Instead of that, your community sponsor a basketball team, sponsor a child. We have no mentorship program for the men, and you want to know why we ain't got nothing going on with them. We got no mentorship program for them, We got no big brother program, nothing at all going on for the men them. And the majority of them is single mothers raising men them. So that's a problem in itself. We are not looking good, Samantha. We got too much issues.
Doom and gloom, Earl. You a Debbie Downer today, boy.
But we can change our destiny. We can change our
thank
future.
God there's hope.
With this election coming up here, Samantha, I ain't gonna tell her nothing. I tell her the same truth, bro. I tell they come with me, I can take the money, yes. I take the money, yes. They come to me, they better know, they better come correct, but they can't come to me. They don't know what I did. They don't know. They know. So I want you to be the same way. Let them know. Take their money, yes. They want to come and give you all your money. They want to come give you. Make sure you get your turkey. Make sure you get your ham. Call them from now. Get on the list to make sure you don't get missed out. Call them. Then they want to run campaign with you. Then they want to spend their money. Make them spend their money. Show them. Show them we understand what money is. Make them spend some money this campaign. Make sure they spend some money, St. Martin. Okay? $600-700 for a vote. We going up 1,000. We going yes, St. Martin.
Inflation, man.
Yes. Yesterday's price, not today's price, St. Martin. If they want to run campaign with us, we're going to show them how to run campaign, St. Martin. Are you going to gear up? I got months with you. What I don't know how you're going to see. No, seriously, I got months with you. I'm going to start my own program too, Andrew. I appreciate this platform, but I need more. I need more because I'm so heated that they commit to that. Since you commit to that, I'm going to commit to this. We're going to rob you too. We're going to rob you, man. We're going to rob you. Come with all your money. Yeah, we're going to take all of it. And then when we go into the poll on January 24th, I had a shock all your life. Shock all your life.
That's why, you're going to have parties that not going to study the normal means of things. They're going to try to reach out to the voter directly. The PFP is a good example, for example. They don't do things normal.
Yeah, but they found a gun, so you know what's going on there.
Co-founder.
Well, founder, yeah. Co-founder, same thing.
Because Melissa and Shalom.
So, where's Shalom gone?
Yes, well, he was actually kicked out, expelled.
Oh.
Yes. So.
Story jump out now. Oh.
No, everybody know that.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. He was, PFP had asked him for some documents from Romy, and Shalom was like, no, you want me to lose my job? And it was like, okay, you expelled. Mm-hmm. Ray Peterson did that. Just, I don't understand why people vote for that. Anyway, so they just decided to get rid of him. So they expelled him.
For having integrity. You get punished for doing the right things in St. Martin. That's why I ain't saying nothing, because I can't believe you punish somebody for doing the right thing in St. Martin and you want to be PFP. You just get cross. You just get cross.
Yeah.
That what happened for you, Andrew?
That's what happened.
I got that, you know.
And Pompier is now on the National Alliance.
Where he rightfully deserves, correct.
And yeah, so...
You get punished for having integrity?
Correct.
That's St. Martin. That's St. Martin exactly.
Well, not really, because it's a new party, so I was surprised that he did that move. But then again...
What are you talking about? He had issue with Christopher the first time?
Pompier?
Nah. What you call it,
Peterson.
He had issue with Christopher when in the domain stuff?
Yeah, but no, they kumbaya, the bodies, big independent bodies. Yeah. Mm-hmm. St. Martin is a real place.
What? What is it?
St. Martin is a real place sometimes. You know, you have to look at the politics of things, you know. At the end of the day, Earl, let's all remember that elections, people will be looking at the parties that will make an effective change. Now, to find the party that is going to make the effective change, it's going to be the issue. Because everybody, left, right, and center, is going to come with different ideas and different pitches.
Different campaign.
And even up to churches have formed an organization to be the moral compass of all.
We had that already with the Christian party, man. Don't talk to me. And then Wycliffe Garden, you're in the education department. Never been the same again. Don't talk to me, man. Them people is the worst. And as a Muslim, I'm proud to say that. Them people are the worst. I the worst. I am a machine box.
Well, they want to sit at the table.
Of course they want to sit at the table.
Yeah.
They want the money. The money nice. Everybody want the money.
It's not about the money.
Yeah,
it's
man.
about the family dynamic, bringing back the tradition of good governance back to the forefront. I never thought that they had good governance in St. Martin, but apparently the churches feel that they can bring that back. And I was like, back? Tell me when we had.
But listen, St. Martin, I'm gonna say, isn't it? We always have the future in our hands, St. Martin. Seriously, you know. And Andrew, I think I got to tell you.
Actually in our palm, and you just grease it just now.
Yeah. And they're gonna St. Martin, they're gonna grease all your straight. Take the money, bro. I ain't gonna hold on. You take the money. We're gonna show them this time. Yeah, they want to run campaign, and they want to say they want to keep us as beggars and think that they could just come around every 4 years and support us, give us some money for Christmas, give us some money to buy turkey, give us a ham here, give us a turkey here, and think that's enough?
Yes.
This year, they're going to get a shock of their life, St. Martin. I'm going to prepare you for that. Trust me when I tell you, that's the biggest mistake they made. You should have kept it in November. Have some integrity. Keep it in November. If they vote you, they vote you. If they don't vote you, they don't vote you. If they get in, then you treat them for Christmas. But no, or you want to run campaign with the people them still, I was waiting for that. I came prepared for that. That's what I came prepared for.
And the thing is, it's like...
I heard November, I start to slack off. I said, let me take my 2 weeks off for Carnival. But the last week I was going, you tell me January, you see my face?
Yes, January.
What?
January 24th.
You had see my face when I said I didn't expect to be here that long.
Yes.
But then now I'm gonna be here forever. I don't call telling people I'm not coming back again because I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna do the 4 years after that too. I'm gonna be here now. So man, they make me commit now. Because this is we need to train a new train of thought, a new direction, a new mentality, a new way of living. We can't be beggars in our own country and our own people got us like that. Why they can't stand up to the Dutch? So the Dutch doing to them and they're doing to us. When they got to be fighting the Dutch for they're not our representation. We need to get all them out and start over. Yes. They can't represent me. They can't represent me at all because they're too passive, too timid, too cowardish, too doting, not knowledgeable, can't read, can't understand what they read, don't seek knowledge. Like you got a cabinet minister of what you call them people?
Council of Ministers.
No, but okay. And then you have advisors, and none of your advisors what a damn. Your side checking, your third side checking, who your advisor, what they telling you?
Yeah, pillow talk.
You don't know that you got the rights? They didn't even know that they couldn't even become independent? You kidding me? And this is who you got representing you? So Martin, we need to wash all of them, start over. This is an embarrassment.
Please, that's not happening. I think maybe some faces will change, but not all.
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
I agree.
At the end of the day,
at the end of the day, some of the like my generation, I give up on them. My age group, people that I go to school with, I don't even have most of them on Facebook. When they see me, they say, "But Earl, you could do better than being on Polotricks." Yeah, I know. But you ain't saying nothing, you ain't stopping nothing, so I gonna do it. Don't watch nothing. So if I lose my credibility, I lose my sponsors, I ain't got none anyway. You know what I'm saying? So if I get punished, I keep getting. I've been getting punished. No, you're like, man, yo, it's not a joke. And I know this, but I'm gonna speak the truth until I die. That's all I can do. So my age group, when you see me, pass me straight like I pass now you straight. The 30 years old, they love me. The 20-year-olds, they admire me. I'm their role model. My generation, the 40-year-old, I passing them straight. They done bought and sold, brainwash. They ain't got no guts, and they want to stop me from doing what? I have to save the generation of 30, and I have to save them. You ain't gonna do it. You want to stop me from doing what? Talking the truth that you know.
okay, take it easy. Bring it down a notch. Okay. All right. That does it for Polotricks for this Tuesday. We'd like to thank you so much for watching.
We done?
Yes, we finished, man.
I just start.
Of
But
course,
you let me get you a lot, Andrew. I'm proud of you today.
yeah, you know what? I said I was going to give you wasn't here for a long time, so I said let
Awesome.
me
No,
talk.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it. So pretty much, let me wrap up. Final words, wrap up.
Yes.
Yes. St. Martin, we need competent people because we are equal partners in the kingdom, which means that we have a say-so, a strong say-so, but we don't have nobody know what to say. So that's why the Dutch is running politics and campaign with us, putting the CFO, and then we looking at, well, where the money gone? The Dutch is control of the CFO, why the hospital, the Dutch is in control. But we can't tell them nothing because we don't have no representative in Parliament got the balls enough to tell the Dutch, yo, listen, we have our country on smash. We are autonomous in the country. We got this. Appreciate y'all money. Y'all supposed to help us anyway. Appreciate y'all money, dog. But we got this, eh? If you're not going to have some, at least, the least is you have to have somebody training. You have to have somebody trained to take over the position locally. And if you're on that mentality, come again.
And airport, bring back Audrey Jack, please. You know better. Come on.
Happy 16-year Audrey for the Audrey Jack Show. Keep it going, man. Love you. You know what it is. Happy 16-year anniversary for the Audrey Jack Show, Andrew Dick.
All access.
Okay, good.
All right. Bye-bye. Till next week.